Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode number 79. Happy Sunday. Sporting the Big C, Chicago Bears football on at noon. This is the first time in several years that I've been excited for NFL football. I've kind of gotten back into football because of the pandemic, and football cards have kind of helped me pay more attention. I've always played fantasy football, and I'm historically bad at fantasy football, but getting back into opening football cards has actually given me a little more excitement leading into Sundays. I opened some Mosaic Football Friday, and I opened a hanger box yesterday. I left one blaster box and one hanger box to open today. Bears play at noon. So looking forward to watching some football and opening some football cards. So something fun to look forward to, in these crazy times. So today I received one package from Glenn in Connecticut. Now he does what's called NAFTA trades. So early on, we've been doing these for like 2 years. Early on, I asked him, so what does NAFTA stand for? And he said it stands for what NAFTA stands for, North American Free Trade Agreement. So what he does is they're basically blind trades, and he sends a list. So I actually have his list and his address posted up on my whiteboard up in front of me, with some of the things that he's looking for in trades. Like he's looking for basketball, Bulls, Nuggets, 76ers, NBA players, Jordan, Michael Porter Jr., Tyler Harrell, LeBron, NFL players, Tom Brady, Cam Newton, Christian McCaffrey, baseball, Yankees, Padres, Cubs. A lot of those Cubs come my way. And then a bunch of different baseball players. So I basically kind of go by that list and pull some cards off of his list. And then I'll throw in some relics and some other stuff for each trade. And we probably do one trade a month, I would say. So it's been fun. We've been doing this for like 2 years. So I've got a package from him to open up. But I just wanted to real quick talk about 2015 Bowman draft. Okay, so last night I came down to my card room here, and my wife and I were just on the couch watching. I don't know what we were, probably Schitt's Creek. We've been watching a lot of that lately. So whenever we watch TV on the couch, any kind of like downtime, I list cards on eBay, put in my eBay store. So I came down, looked for something to list, and one of my shelves over here, I have a bunch of sets and wax boxes. So I was looking through, and I have like 2013 Elite Extra Edition base set, some WWE Heritage, and some Bowman Draft. Now, 2015 Bowman Draft came out, and I think I bought a couple hobby boxes when it was released. And then in 2000, would have been 2016. At the time, 2015 Bowman Draft was like the worst product ever. And it's crazy looking back now, and you think, how can that be? So the top hits, I guess you would say, in that product would have been at the time, Dansby Swanson, who was the number one pick, who wasn't really a highly sought after number one pick because he was with the Diamondbacks. And Brendan Rodgers was a top hit upon release. So by 2016, the product was just everybody, especially on the blowout forums, everybody hated 2015 Bowman Draft, so much so that in November of 2016, Blowout, during their Black Friday sales, had hobby cases as low as $400 for 12 hobby boxes. Now, I think pre-sales on Bowman Draft for a hobby box are like $300 or $400, like $300 for one hobby box pre-sale. Now you could get 12 for 400 in November of 2016. I ended up, it was such a bad product, even at $400, I didn't want to touch it. And a lot of people did not buy because it wasn't even worth it at $400. Hindsight's 2020. I wish I would have bought more. I ended up buying, it went up to 450 like first week of December. They do some more sales, and I ended up buying a case for $450. Ripped it. I think I did pull a Dansby Swanson auto, so that helped me recoup some money. But at the time, I don't think I made my money back on $450. I probably lost 100 on some of the pulls, and unfortunately, I didn't really leave. I think I've got a couple autos, chrome autos left, like Colby Allard. Well, one of the Braves autos I sold for like $10 within the last 6 months or so. But I've got a couple more that, just aren't really, they're $5 autos. So I wish I would have A, kept it sealed, or B, just stuffed it away. Because I don't think we'll see prices like that for a while again. So the reason I talk about this is that I had a couple complete base sets of the paper, and I was just going through. I knew some of the cards that were in it, but I was going through, and it's like Jake Cronenworth, who popped out this year. He's got a first Bowman in 2015 Bowman draft. Austin Riley has a first Bowman in that product. Walker Buehler has a first Bowman in 2015 Bowman draft. And then there's just it's just loaded looking back, 5 years ahead. But at the time it was just, looked down upon and, laughed at, even at $400 for a hobby case. Just unbelievable. So Black Friday from Blowout, I'll talk more. We're only mid-October, so in the next couple of weeks, I'll be talking more about those sales. And once we get to November 1st, that's when they start their waves. I'm going to be talking about that like every day on Hobby Evolution, because I watch those sales like a hawk. Going to be different this year because we're in a different space than what we have been the last couple of years. But basically, blowoutcards.com, they have a Black Friday blowout sale on Black Friday. But leading up to Black Friday, like in the 3-4 weeks leading up to Black Friday, they have waves. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they will release sales. And sometimes the sales last year, I think the wave sales were actually better than the Black Friday sales, or they were actually the same. So they'll release those sales, and that's where some of those Bowman draft sales were coming from. And then they have Black Friday. Black Friday is kind of the end. In December, they have some sales, but they're not as good as what you see in November and leading up to Black Friday. So I'll talk more about the blowout Black Friday waves and sales here in the next couple of weeks. But let's open the pack from Glenn, the NAFTA trade. Gonna have to blow my nose. Excuse me. I'll go off camera to do this. Live. You gotta love live, right? Okay, so NAFTA package from Glenn. Awesome. He actually used my my old bubble mailer as an interior bubble mailer. So let's go in here, and this pile of Cubs should put me over 502,000. I didn't add the last two packages. I was at 501,705 and then added about 200 cards. So actually like 250 cards, I think. So I think I need like 50 cards to hit 502,000. So I'll post a total here after the show on Twitter. So let's see what Glenn sent. If anybody needs some of these, I never reuse them, and I've got boxes of them. I would basically send them to you at cost in a flat rate box. I hate those. So we've got Dawson, we've got Rizzo and Salvi Perez, couple Javi Baez. These are 20, are those 20? Yeah, 2019 tops. David Bodie, a couple more Baez, Steve Cishek, some 87 tops, Vance Law, more 2019 tops. Ooh, here's a nice Javi Baez Prism. I like that. It's a nice card. I don't know if I have that color of Javi. Here's a Bowman Javi. We've got 89 Upper Deck Rhino. Here's a Javi from opening day 2020. As much as I go through current Topps products, I still have a hard time deciphering which year is which. Even 2020, I thought that Javi was a 2018. Here's a couple of my faves from 1989 Topps, the All-Star and the base Sandberg. RP Bailey on Twitter did an art of this 89 Topps Doug DeCenzo. Looks great. I retweeted it last night or this morning. Really cool card. So some more. Here's a sweet Wrigley Field scoreboard card. Awesome. And Clark the Cub. So that is the trade package from Glenn. Probably a stack of 50 cards there. So I will count those up and get a count. Follow me on Twitter at 1 million Cubs later today. Sometime during the Bears game, they play at noon today. So sometime during that game, I will tweet out my box breaks for Mosaic. I'm going to take my time with these rips because I really love Mosaic, and as much as I like breaking on camera, I think sometimes I just like not doing it on camera. I love it for the hits. If you pull an awesome hit, like I pulled that Luis Robert of 75 in Chronicles. But with Mosaic football, watching a football game and opening the football cards, I like to take my time. I like to, look up eBay. Oh, what's this green prism sell for on eBay? I like to sleeve every card, especially Mosaic, because they can scratch easy. So I sleeve every card, and it's a process. And sometimes I like to just step back and open cards and enjoy the process, where it's not, I have to have a big hit on camera. I just want to do it for the fun and for the enjoyment for myself. So that's what I'm going to do. I will. What I'll do is I'll open each pack, and then I'll tweet out a picture. So you can still watch along, but tape delay, I guess, tweet delay. So I'll be doing that today, sometime in the noon hour, 1 o'clock during the Bears game. So that is all I had for today. Check out my website, 1millioncubs.com. I've got a lot of hobby tips on there, and also a link to the eBay store. Added some more cards yesterday and last night. Added some 2015 Bowman draft base cards, some first Bowmans. Put a Riley up there, put a Bueller. Bunch of Walker Bueller rookie cards in my eBay store for good prices. He had a nice game yesterday. So check that out. eBay store link, top of the page, 1millioncubs.com. And there's an automatic 10% discount at checkout when you buy 3 or more cards out of my store. 1millioncubs.com, eBay store link, top of the page. That's it for today. Have a great Sunday.